downtown where you can get a date for 50, 60, 70, even 80% off the original social marketplace price. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Isis, Amari's Revenge. The goddess next door is confronted by a Nubian queen out for revenge at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in this inaugural Isis series adventure. Get your copy of Isis, Amari's Revenge in paperback and e-readers at Amazon.com and online booksellers everywhere. Better get the coleslaw, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue. Lori Harvey says that sometimes you have to leave a good boyfriend to find your husband. This is Rich from the woman who fumbled Michael B. Jordan. Lori Harvey fumbles more than a New York Jets quarterback. I wouldn't take her advice. Now, this is quite hilarious coming from Lori Harvey, a woman who has gone out here and fumbled multiple successful, what they would call high-value men, such as Trey Songz, Diddy, and Damson Idris, and is infamously known for fumbling Academy Award-winning actor Michael B. Jordan. And when you listen to Lori Harvey talking about you have to get rid of a good boyfriend in order to find a husband, it really is rich coming from her, because it was Michael B. Jordan who wanted to go out here and wanted to look to settle down with Lori Harvey. However, Lori Harvey wanted to go out and focus on her career and her independence, and this is the reason why Lori Harvey wound up breaking up with Michael B. Jordan, according to reports. Now, what's really mind-boggling to me is how Lori Harvey is saying that you have to go out here and leave a good boyfriend to find a husband, because when I listen to the so-called logic she has as related to dumping the good boyfriend to get to the husband, it basically sounds like a rewording of the whole quest that many women have as looking to go on the quest for the better deal. Now, I talk about this whole quest for the better deal in my book, The Woman Crisis, and it's this whole quest for the better deal that oftentimes leads to many women going from being on a road to being married to a road to winding up being single for the rest of their lives and caught up in the paradigm of failure I talk about in my other book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single. And it's clear to me that Lori Harvey basically is on that road to being one of those 70% of Black women who will be single for the rest of their lives, because she's still caught up on this quest to go on a quest for the better deal, as she has boyfriends, and as she has these boyfriends, she doesn't understand that there comes a point where you have to realize that this relationship has come to a course where you're supposed to take the next step into marriage. Unfortunately, when it comes down to many feminist indoctrinated women, they don't want to take that next step into marriage, because taking that next step into marriage basically scares them. And it scares them, one, because they basically know that once you take the step into marriage, that basically it means that you're going to graduate into womanhood. So a lot of these women don't want to graduate into womanhood and take on the role of being a helpmeet and a leader, because they fear their own mortality, and they would rather look to try to stay in the state of arrested development where they can continue to be a forever girlfriend, and that's what they really want. So that's why they look to go out here and look to find a way to end a relationship, and look to go out here and say, oh, I want to find another boyfriend on this road to getting a husband, because what they're looking for is this ideal of a man that has been reinforced by institutions like Madison Avenue advertisers, Hollywood movie studios with their soap operas, movies, TV shows, and romance novels, and they're looking for this perfect man. Unfortunately, what they don't understand is that this perfect man sadly does not exist. No, this perfect man that they're looking for is just a social compilation of ideals as related to what women dream about men, and is a fantasy that was created to basically go out here and look to sell product, whether it be movies, whether it be getting you glued to a TV show or a soap opera, or get you buying books in a series of romance novels. It basically is a product that they create in order to go out here and get money out of people's pockets, similar to what Steve Harvey did with his book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. Again, it's one big con job, but sadly, when it comes down to a lot of gullible women, they get caught up in their hypergamy, and as they get caught up in their hypergamy, what happens is they go out here and think that they can go out here and do better than the man that they've got. And as they think they can go out here and do better than the man that they've got, sadly what happens is that these women just keep going out here gambling, hoping, hey, I'll get rid of this good boyfriend, and on this quest to find this better deal for this guy who will possibly be husband material. But what happens with these women is that they don't see that there's only a limited amount of time that most women have in the social marketplace. And sadly, as they go out here and gamble to try to go on this quest for the better deal, they wind up rolling snake eyes once they hit about 30 to 35 years old. And that's what happens to many women, that leads to them being on a road to a paradigm of failure, because the whole point of having a boyfriend and dating a boyfriend is to see if he's husband material. And once you see that he's husband material, you're supposed to be in a place where this man is supposed to want to marry you. And usually this happens within the period of about 6 months to a year. Usually most guys, once they see the woman that they want and they want to commit to, they're looking to go out here and look to close the deal and get married to that woman in less than 6 months to a year. They're looking to go out here and wrap stuff up. But when it comes down to many of these feminist indoctrinated women, they basically have learned dysfunction as the norm. And as they've learned dysfunction as the norm, they don't want to graduate into marriage and matriculate into womanhood. Nope, they don't want to matriculate into womanhood. No, they want to stay in the state of arrested development and stay a girlfriend. And that's why they would rather get rid of the good boyfriend to go on the quest for what they believe is the husband. But what they really are, again, like I said before, are afraid of their own mortality, and they're afraid of having to take on the duties and responsibility of a woman. And as they are afraid of having to graduate into womanhood, this is where these women want to go out here and go to try to find a way to justify saying, okay, I'll get rid of this good boyfriend in a quest to find a husband, when that's completely foolish. Because if you've got a good man that you're with who's taking care of business and wants to go out here and take care of you emotionally, mentally, physically, and look to, again, financially look to support you, that's the man you go out here and marry, and you get that man off the market. That's what every other healthy woman does who hasn't been indoctrinated into feminism. The women who have their head on straight, they basically get those men quickly off the market. Once they see them out here, if they see brothers out here going to work and taking care of their business and have a routine going on, they find a way to be into that routine. They find a way to slip in there and introduce themselves, and they start letting that man know that they're ready to build with that man. They let that man know what business is, and they get to business very quickly, getting them men off the market. Meanwhile, women like Lori Harvey, again, as they're caught up in this delusion and these fears of their own mortality, sadly, these women basically wind up passing up on quality men. And then as they pass up on quality men, I don't know if Diddy is a quality man, because he's just a complete wreck in and of himself. But when it comes down to these women, again, they'll go out here and fumble guys like Michael B. Jordan, fumble one guy after the other, and then get upset when those men go out here and finally find another woman. These are the same women who, again, will fumble quality guys and then sit there and wonder, oh, why can I get a man? These are the same ones who'll be sitting up in the Barnes & Noble picking up all the books from Terry McMillan when they need to be picking up Sean James's Woman Crisis and Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, because them books going to explain why you're basically in this paradigm of failure and why you basically continue to fumble quality men. I mean, when I look at Lori Harvey, again, this woman is really sad. Again, you sitting up here saying, I gotta leave a good man. Nope, women, when they find the good man, they get that man so off the market so fast that basically other women be like, I didn't know that guy was married. I didn't even know that guy was around at all. But that woman's gonna get that man off the market because she understands the longer you wait in the market, the older you gonna get in the market, and you go from being in a place where you're at the top of the social marketplace to basically on the road to bust downtown, where you're going to be 50, 60, 70, even 80% off the original social marketplace price. And Lori Harvey is on the road to possibly heading down the road to bust downtown, where she's going to be basically in that same pile of women who've already been smashed and turned completely out by all the guys out here and sitting in that apartment in 12C, sitting up there thinking about how she fumbled Michael B. Jordan, how she fumbled Trey Songz, how she fumbled Damson Idris. Again, this woman gonna be sitting up here with lamenting, fumbling all these men who basically would have looked to build with her, would have looked to marry her, but because she basically had this delusion in her mind as related to, again, going on this quest for the better deal, believing that she still had the same social marketplace value that she had in her prime. She doesn't see how she's getting older. And again, every year that you're in the social marketplace, your social marketplace value depreciates. And this woman is on the road to being in the place of bust downtown, where her social marketplace value going to be at the same value of a $5 food stamp without the book, and basically going to be sitting there thinking that she can go out here and pick top quality guys. But sadly, all the top quality guys will be picked, and she'll be having to deal with what women like Tia Mowry basically going to have to deal with, and women like Halle Berry. Well, Halle Berry already got herself a simp, so she got an old simp who's going to be the final simp, but that's another video in and of itself. But what's going to happen to Lori Harvey is she's going to have to go out here and have to deal with old Pookie, who basically, again, like I said in many videos, is out here waiting for grandma to come back from church so he can go out here and borrow the champagne-colored LeSabre so he could go out here and floss and stunt with the females who basically are out at the club, who are still out here at the club, and old Ray Ray, who hopes that he can go out here and use his Popeyes coupons to go out here, if he can go out here and be able to get the overtime at the Walmart as security in an effort to try to go out here and take a woman out with his Popeyes coupons. And then you got Romy Rome, who basically out here in his MCM jogger suit and driving his old rusty Cutlass with the rusty quarter panels and a Teddy Pendergrass tape basically stuck in the cassette in the 8-track player. And basically, this is the dude who, again, he's just looking to scour the club, seeing what he can get for those Popeyes coupons or those Burger King coupons that's in his wallet, basically trying to see if he can get one of these chicks, again, like I've said before, go out here and head into the bathroom, drop them skid mark jockey drawers, get a taste of that atomic waste from the special place, and basically go out here and get with these chicks. That's all that's left in the social marketplace once you get older, because once these guys go out here, yeah, they may start out low, but once they get established, again, smart women get them guys off the market. They know that I need to turn a good boyfriend into a husband as soon as possible. I need to go out here and close this deal with this man. I can't sit here and wait for this perfect man to show up. If I got a good one, I need to go out here and get this guy off the market. That's what smart women understand. But sadly, when it comes down to many of these modern women like Lori Harvey, sadly, many of these women are going to wind up old and turned completely out and basically wind up on a road to bust downtown because they don't understand what they've got and because they don't appreciate the men that are in front of them on this quest for the better deal. They wind up with a raw deal when they wind up with no man at all. Now, if you want to learn to break out of the dysfunctional paradigm of failure that has basically destroyed the lives of many black women, don't pick up Terry McMillan's Waiting to Exhale. Don't get Steve Harvey's Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. Don't watch them Tyler Perry movies. No, go out here and get Sean James's Woman Crisis and Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, and change your thinking so that you can break out of this pattern and go out here and get that quality man and get him quickly off the market so that you can go out here and have that husband and not be stuck in a perpetual state where you're throwing away good boyfriends and winding up completely single for the rest of your life. And if you want to see me make more videos going out here taking women like Lori Harvey to the barbecue, you can drop a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, ISIS Runway of Doom. The goddess next door struts her stuff on the catwalk to take on a runway of rogues in this action-packed all-new ISIS series adventure. Get your copy of ISIS Runway of Doom at Amazon.com and online booksellers everywhere. Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited, Esteem a New Woman. The devilish diva starts on the road to becoming a new creature in Christ in this all-new Esteem series adventure. Get your copy of Esteem a New Woman at Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle Unlimited today. Now available in paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, An Offer He Can't Refuse. The man who rules the world gets a job offer he can't refuse in this action-packed all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get your copy of John Haynes' An Offer He Can't Refuse at Amazon.com and other online booksellers. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.